Yesterday, Baba was speaking about three types of children. The first one being the bestower of blessings like Baba himself. Second were the great donors. And third were the donors. Even in Sakar Murli in the morning, Baba said, I am Roop Basant, and you have to also be Roop Basant like me. Then Baba also gave the method by which we can become bestower of blessings. Now, let us move forward from here. Baba was asking a question. Do you tour the world? If yes, how long does it take you? The more divine someone's intellect is, faster it will work. Because the speed of the intellect is based on its divinity. The speed at which an aeroplane flies is based on how much power it has. Here too, the more divinity someone has, the more cleanliness there is. That is, the soul is double refined. To the extent that someone's intellect is divine, faster will be its speed. You will then be able to tour the world very clearly in a second, as it is from here that you have to fill yourself with the sanskars of making everyone content, enabling everyone to have all attainments. Because only then you can be a world emperor. If you do not help others to have attainment, have connection with Baba, to have all attainments, then Baba says that how can you be the world emperor? So there is nothing lacking in your kingdom. Everyone will be constantly content and an embodiment of all attainments. Where and when will you fill yourself with these sanskars? Question. Where and when will you fill yourselves with these sanskars that make you the world emperor? So Baba answers here, at this time. The time of the memorial of touring the world is also very important. The time of dusk is remembered, being the time when deities tour around the world. Do you know why such a memorial is created? It is because it is at this time of confluence, transformation. Since this is the age of transformation, so the memorial of the age of transformation is created at the time of transformation. The more you tour around as rulers of globe, not necessarily physically, even through your Mansa Seva, the more you tour around as rulers of the globe, more the sound will spread in all directions. We have seen the light. We have seen angels walking here. Such sound will spread. And people will set out looking for the light, looking for the angels, wondering where this light and the angels are coming from. Just as in the beginning, the Father became an instrument to grant visions, so too now at the end, not only the Father, but even the children will be instruments. It will be like seeing a dream while awake. You might see a scene suddenly in a dream. Only when they experience this will the scientists come close to know and understand this wonderful divine game. You will see and hear such divine activities in just a short time now. However, only when you first tour around the world will you see them. Baba is giving us the result of our touring around the world, doing Mansa Seva or physically doing Seva everywhere to give Baba's introduction. What would be the basis of seeing such light and angels otherwise? While just sitting somewhere, many people will experience rays coming from a distance. The rays have come, awakened something in them, and has gone away. For this, whenever you may be, become an image of perfection, Ujjaswarup, and use your time and powers for service. While you're sitting at home, everyone will be coming, running, searching for you. Ach. What is the easy way to remove weaknesses? The first question was, have you toured the world? Have you gone around the world as a tour? Now the second question. What is the easy way to remove weaknesses? The answer is surrendering to the Father whatever enters your thoughts, whatever comes in front of you. Place it in front of the Father. Give him the responsibility and you will become free. Simply have the determined thought, I too belong to the Father and the Father belongs to me. When you say, the Father is mine, you have a right over something that belongs to you, right? Don't you? If you stabilize yourself in the form of one who has all the rights, all dependency automatically finishes. At every second check, whether you are in the stage of one who has all the rights. Have you made it firm that you are a child of the master of the world? Have you made it firm in your intellect that you are the child of the master of the world? A child is a master. I am a master, almighty authority, who, like the Father, has all rights over all powers. Now, repeatedly revise and realize this awareness. I am Master Almighty Authority, like the Father, has all rights over all powers. You will then constantly experience yourself to be Master Almighty Authority. intense effort makers never get rid of any reason. They find a solution for whatever situation comes in front of them, and they continue to move forward. You are very lucky that you have won the lottery to become a Brahmin and to be within the Brahmin family. Only a handful out of multi-millions win this lottery. No matter what comes, no matter what happens, you must not come to a standstill, or you should not step back. By you having that one faith and one support, you have to reach your destination. It is guaranteed that you will definitely reach. It is the children's duty to have this thought with determination, and the father's duty is to make sure you reach there. Again, a question. Do you constantly experience yourself to be a companion who is with the Father? When the Almighty Authority Himself has become your companion, what should be the consequences? That you would be constantly victorious. What do people in the path of devotion say when any obstacles come to them? They say, give me your companionship at least for a second, and I will become free from obstacles. However, at this time, with knowledge, you have the constant company of the Father. So those who are constant companions of the Father are constantly free from obstacles. And those who are free from obstacles will always constantly remain happy. Obstacles make your happiness disappear. If Master Almighty authorities become distressed by obstacles, what will happen to the other poor people? Those who practice daily, I am the Master Almighty Authority. I claim my inheritance from the Father. We have to revise and realize this many times during the day. You can never be distressed. I have the right to all His powers. Do you look at anyone's sanskars or nature? Question, do you look? Then from now, instead of that, look at your own original eternal sanskars, nature, and then look at Father's sanskars and nature. If you have the habit of hearing but not listening, you will then not fluctuate but will pass. What is the easiest aspect to understand through which you will constantly experience this to be an easy path? The easy aspect is always to give responsibility to the Father. It is easy to give responsibility, isn't it? Then make yourself light, and you will never find the path to be difficult. You will only find it difficult when you become tired or confused. When you have given all your responsibilities to the Father, you've already become angels. Can angels get ever tired? It is only when you're not able to do the simple thing of giving all your responsibilities to the Father that you find everything difficult. By mistake, you take that burden of little responsibilities on yourself. And you therefore find everything difficult. On the path of devotion, you used to say, give everything to Ram, give everything to Ram. Now that the time to do everything has really come, why you still keep it with yourself? My nature, my sanskars, where this mind can come from? It is only when mind finishes, you become a conqueror of attachment. And when the attachment is finished, you become embodiment of constant awareness. By giving everything to the Father, you will constantly be happy and light. By generous-hearted in giving to the Father, you have to be generous-hearted to give to the Father. You don't continue to hold on to old rubbish because you will become ill. So we have to give all our responsibilities to the Father and our path will become easy. The sign of having faith in the intellect. What is the sign of having faith in the intellect? The intellect will remain constantly carefree. Those who are carefree will be constant and stable. They can never fluctuate. They will remain unshakable. No matter what happens, do not think about anything. Do not get caught up with why, what, when, how, etc. Be Trikaldarshi and remain carefree. Children, there is benefit in every step. Even something in which only loss is visible. But benefit is also merged in that. You simply have to look a little deeper by being introverted. As there can never be any loss or harm for Brahmins. Because you're holding the hand of the benevolent Father. He will change your loss. He will change your harm into benefit. Therefore, remain constantly carefree. Now again a question. Are all of you constantly contented? Only those who are constantly content are able to remain close to the Father. Contentment is the method of constantly taking you close to the Father. If there isn't contentment, you are constantly far away from the Father. No matter what happens, let the past be the past and continue to move along after discerning with the power of discrimination, and you will remain completely content. In this also Baba said, no matter what happens, let the past be the past. Continue to move along. After using the power of discrimination, you will remain content. Constantly continue to check the treasures you have received from the Father. Why? To see which treasures you have accumulated, which are still missing. Time is the greatest treasure of all. Time. Knowledge is a treasure, powers, divine virtues are also treasures. Only when we have accumulated all these treasures at the right time, you will be said to be complete. Do not be content, oh, I have all treasures. But do you have enough that you yourself are able to eat from that and also fill others with them? Maya will come to you in any form of whatever weakness. Because Maya is very clever. There is an automatic system with Maya that the Maya comes to know what weakness we have. Therefore, continue to accumulate all treasures. Do not allow yourself to become empty. Acha. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And we spiritual children say, Namaste to our spiritual father. Yes. So today's part was only question answers. Do you remember any of the questions?
Baba asks, are you contented?
Okay. Are you contented? So what comes to your mind?
To some extent.
Right. To some extent. So what makes you feel sometimes that I'm contented?
Because we still have so many desires being in a family.
No, when do we feel contented? That is the question.
Yeah.
When do we, at what times do we feel contented? Do we feel contented sometimes? Yes. So when do we feel contented? What really happens?
When somebody experiences all attainments, that's when one feels contented.
More than that, what a type of attainments?
When you reach your goal.
When you reach your goal.
When I have the Father with me, aur kya chahiye? Nothing else. Nothing else. I have everything in the click of a button because I hold his hand.
But how you'll come to know that you have everything? You just can't tell yourself like that, no? You have to feel that practically, that I have attained the Father, I don't need anything else now. It has to be experienced practically, not only to be told. So how will you experience that?
Sister, can I speak once again?
Yes.
In my day-to-day life, like when I feel very much contented when I'm when after coming into university, I've achieved so many things. So all these routine, when I complete the routines, day-to-day tasks, like for example, Veda, reading the Murli Sakar, I feel that gives a lot of contentment within me. And I'm throughout zeal and enthusiasm throughout the day. This is for the day-to-day contentment, I'm telling.
But, you feel good that, yes, Baba has told, and I've read the Murli, that type of feeling is there, which is also a little bit of contentment, but it is not the real one. How will you feel contented really?
When I say everything is yours, nothing is mine. Mine, when I leave that, mine.
When our past is not bothering us, when we concentrate the present and then live with that awareness, then one can feel
Exactly. At the time of obstacles, when nothing affects you and you're still able to follow Srimad and deal with the situation, that is the point where a soul feels contented.
But sister, isn't contentment just experience sometimes for the time? You spoke of obstacles, fine. At that moment, I may feel everything I have got and all. But I feel contentment is a thought at that particular moment. How can you make it permanent? It is not something permanent.
It can be in Sangam Yoga if you are surrendering your responsibilities to Baba and you're welcoming each obstacle with a lot of self-respect, and then you are dealing it with Gyan and Yoga. Definitely every time you will have an experience of contentment within you, which will then become a sanskar.
Yeah, okay, but just
it's
one thing.
contentment in your internal stage. It is not contentment of reading something or contentment of doing something or contentment of having Baba. That is not, it can, just go off sometime.
I feel when I don't ask for anything, I don't go and ask, I want this, I want that. I don't look for anything anywhere. So that's the stage of contentment, because I feel it should be permanent.
Yeah, that's when you surrender. You surrender your responsibilities to Baba, so you don't have to go anywhere. Alone how you will do, sister? It is only by surrendering to Baba, to take his companionship, you will feel contented, no?
But Baba says in some cases you should not be contented. You should keep accumulating it more and more and all. That
contentment. You have to accumulate contentment more and more. We are not talking about the worldly contentment. Here, the contentment is a virtue which we have to experience again and again. In the world, they say, once you are contented, then you will not have any desire. That is not the contentment we are talking about. Here, we are experiencing the virtue called contentment. It's fulfillment, It's like you're filling yourself all the time. You think in that way, that how can I practice a virtue called contentment? Not by saying, okay, I don't have any desire and now my mind doesn't go anywhere. No. After you do something according to Srimad, the return experience will be contentment every time. Every time. Because Maya is very clever, Baba said. It can swipe you anytime. Anytime. You may be a Maharathi or whatever. So here we are to accumulate the knowledge within us, to accumulate the virtues and powers. It's a constant effort till the day the doors to Paramdham opens. So Baba says in Sakar Murlis, don't get tired, don't get distressed, Yes.
So when somebody is contented, that's when when they are carefree, that's when they are contented, is it, sir? Are they connected?
Yes. So when they experience contentment more and more, obviously that their mind will never be worried. There'll be no worry in the mind.
There won't be any question about why, what, etc.
Nothing. So you are deriving contentment for the Srimad that you're using in the situations. You understand? The first experience of contentment is when we are able to use Baba Srimad in some situations. Like you said, if I read Baba's Murli, I feel contented. Isn't it? There is a feeling of contentment, but we have to be completely contented. So even from situations, we have to feel contented. Yes?
Sister, I was also working on, unfortunately, yesterday I had no pass, so I couldn't join in. I heard you later. Today, as you said, yes, all lovely questions. These were all just checking point. But Baba, at the end of the Murli, goes back what he wants us to do in the first part of the Murli. He speaks about the treasures, the accumulation, and all. Now, I just had one question, thought. When anything is given to us, if we donate, they say it grows. See, there are so many saving scheme a bank gives to accumulate, turn your recurring deposit to saving deposit, withdraw less in a month. There are many saving schemes even a bank gives us so that our balances are sort of semi-fixed. So when I give in this, not in bank language, when I give, it increases.
Yes.
And Baba says a donor uses and gives. He's a donor. But a bestower, the first person, he just gives. So does he not use anything for himself?
No, he says
that means, no, I know the main principle of is being a miser, being conjuice. I feel you said yesterday accumulation.
It's not that. It is bestower of blessings means that a soul has become so powerful, okay, through the use of knowledge, through the doing yoga, he has become so powerful that when he wants to give something to someone, it's not just an advice or words, but his power, his cooperation, his enthusiasm, his inspiration. He shares everything with the souls, not only the knowledge. Why? Because he's powerful. The soul is powerful. That is bestower of blessings.
So he's giving from his own power, own treasure, own everything.
Baba is constantly there with every soul.
That is there. But see, the word Baba
in Sangam Yug, we are using only God's power.
Yeah, that which I have accumulated.
And God is using us every time as an instrument.
Yeah, that I agree.
But see, God is able to, through that soul, also give the experience of power and blessings and inspiration through the soul who has become so powerful. It is Baba only.
Yeah, that I totally agree with you when you say, of course, from where do I get everything? It's only from him. But
and he still continues to give, na?
Yeah.
Till the end of Sangam Yug.
Yeah, that's it. And Baba, they always use the word safal karo, safal karo, safal karo. So I always think about that word. What is that safal, which Baba is saying? So the more safal I give, I will have safalta in me, and then my accumulation also increases. I should not eat, like no eating the instant fruit and all like that. But again, putting it down. Putting it down and sowing it again and again, so that
No. Yeah.
So the beach ko rakhna hai, then only, otherwise my bank account may go in overdraft. Yeah, I just wanted.
No, do you think the bestower of blessings will think of giving?
There's no thinking; it's an automatic. It just comes and gives. There's no thinking and all. Aaya gaya. What is there to think and all? If it is mine, I'll think. Hey, ye mera hai, kahan rakhna hai? There's no question of thinking and all, because was just listening to something when yesterday you said, and I thought I should share it, ask you, Krina, that is why. I think I just bestow just data, because this Vardani, Mahadani, Dani, whenever it comes, you know, in every Murli, you know, there is some kind of, I would say, clash, something where Baba, I feel, is picking up one point from there and putting here, picking up one point from there, putting here. So in every Murli, I often try to trace the categorical difference between. That's why, sorry for asking you, I just wanted to.
No, that's fine, that's fine. I think this clarifies the whole thing even more. You don't have to be sorry, Kirjaben. It's good that you brought up a point so that we can think more about it.
I also like the touring the world, you know. So
yes.
I don't know. I was sharing this with a family a month back, you know, when they spoke about this light and angels. I think, I don't know if you know it, Krina Ben, in one of the center in Arunachal Pradesh, when a sister, Kavita, I've seen everything. She left her body. I just couldn't understand. But that is after she left the body, and the angel came. And maybe she had, it was her role. But now, as I'm over here, see the final moment, how beautiful it will be. I don't know really, because now I don't experience anything like that. Now I really, to be very honest, I don't have people saying, oh, मैं Brahma Kumari में जाता हूँ, मैं light देखता हूँ, angel देखता हूँ. They come like very nice, they come to Madhuban, beautiful, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा.
Yes.
And then they go out, evaporate. But you know, it's such a nice moment when Baba is saying light angels. So it's like a dream, you know. A dream makes scene. It's I like that.
Yes.
And it's such a, even scientists are going to watch that game, Baba is saying.
Yes.
That's a beautiful vision.
Yes. And it's not only about Kavita Ben, but many souls all around the world are experiencing this. They're experiencing, they're seeing angels. What was the other question Baba asked? Anybody would like to recall?
Which he always asks, are you always holding my hand? Are you my constant companion?
No, in today's Murli.
Yeah, today's Murli only Baba said, no, companion.
A companion, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
He always asks that question. We are holding his hand always and all. I always tell Baba, see, yours is a big hand and you have so many souls with you. I have only one person to catch, that is only you. So how will I leave you, Baba? You may sometimes, just to tell him, Baba, you have so many hands with you, maybe one finger is loose, you leave. We can never leave you. This question Baba always asks.
Yes. Any other question? Today's question, what did Baba ask? One was about contentment. Second was about touring around the world. Those who are able to do that, they can become the rulers of the globe. And as fast as possible.
Yeah, another question that Papa asked is easy way to remove the weaknesses.
Pardon?
Weaknesses. What is the easy way to remove the weaknesses? So surrendering everything.
Yes. How do you remove your weaknesses? Yes.
But that he gave us a method, no? He said, I'm giving you an easy method to liberate weakness, surrender. But one more question which he asked is, don't look at anyone's samskars or nature.
Yes.
We always do that, no?
Look at yourself and then look at me.
We don't look at
because that is a benchmark, you know. Looking at Baba is a benchmark. So he says, first look at yourself, then look at me. So you will find the difference automatically. Why you have to compare yourself with anybody else?
So what is this touring
Baba
around the world at...
what Radhamani Ben is saying, that Baba told us to revise and realize that We belong to the Almighty Authority Father, and I, the soul, I have the right, complete right, or I have the right. I'm the master to all the rights. So when you revise and realize this constantly, I think this one we should all practice this week. That every time whenever we want to remember, like, remember something from the Murli and all, the first thing that should come to our mind is this, that I, the soul, I belong to the Almighty Authority Father, and I'm the master to all my rights from him. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes,
Master
yes.
of the world.
Yeah, no, not master of the world, master to all his rights, because when you will go on making this your consciousness, right? So then to deal with any situations will become easier. When your consciousness is right, even a small aspect of the virtue or a power or knowledge can be utilized in the situation. Otherwise, even utilizing a small thought of knowledge also sometimes becomes very difficult. So this consciousness is very important so that we are able to apply a spiritual lesson in practice. It gives you the confidence.
Yeah, but how to continue that?
No, it's a
Right.
swaman,
See,
no?
Baba has said
It's
right
a
over
swaman.
something that belongs to
It's a self-respect of the soul. And so when you go on tapping that again and again, your consciousness is formed with this particular beautiful thought. Like people say in the world, no? That some people see a glass with half filled water, and some people say it is half empty. So those who can see that it is half filled, they have more margin to, they have more margin to see good things and imbibe good things. Yes. Constantly experience what, Mumbai? Constantly experience what? That is important.
Yeah, sister Om Shanti.
Yes.
Constantly experiencing the independence, the not depending on any other than Baba, not depending on any external situation, any other soul, or any sort of divine virtues, the real the soul qualities. I don't have to depend on anyone. I'm the giver in this world, but taker at Paramdham, I take only from Baba. That is
Yeah.
the
Yes.
which I
Yes.
receive
You must.
only all attainments from only one.
Yes.
Om Shanti.
You must have realized. You must have realized that in the world, people, when they get problems, they withdraw more. They have withdrawal symptoms, and they feel very alone. While when they see Brahma Kumaris or Brahma Kumars, even in the midst of problems, they're able to smile. And they wonder how it is possible. And they go and say, "It no problem, you will, no problem, you will." I have an example just before we do meditation, that there was this brother from BPCL. He was in the HR department, and there was some guest who had come to visit, and he had to return back to take his flight. And so the boss just sent this person who was the HR head to go with him. And already that person was late for the flight, and then there was very heavy traffic. He kept on calling that I'm coming, please do this for me, please do that for me. And they said, yes, the flight is absolutely on time. And when they were not able to reach, in time, then he said, I have to cancel my ticket. This is gone. The flight is gone. I just cannot. And all the time, this HR BK person said, no, sir, you will get the flight. Everything will happen good. You will get the flight. You will not miss the flight. And he was so surprised. How can you say that when there's so much of traffic and you know we're not going to reach in time? And in just few minutes, there was a call saying, sir, your flight is delayed by 1.5 hours. So immediately he was so surprised and looked at our HR person and said, how can this happen? You know, I'm going in the flight. So Rakiben?
Krinaben, if you have time, can you just give us little more thoughts on your this what you spoke? I could get it, but I could not put it in my mind because I always, try to take a difference between happiness is a reaction. Contentment is something calm. Contentment is when we feel we are whole, when we feel we need nothing more. It's a kind of peaceful. So, what should one pursue? Should we pursue happiness or contentment?
Okay, Rakiben, do we have time?
Yes, we can. We have a few minutes.
Okay. So both are along a path. Happiness as well as contentment both come to us along a path till the end. Okay, nothing is like a target or something. It is all our way through. Happiness is company of Baba. Happiness is the treasures of knowledge. Happiness is the light and might from Baba that we are getting. Happiness is our Brahmin life. Happiness is the maryadas that we follow. Happiness is this Brahmin family. Yeah. So all these are reasons that are keeping us happy. The power, the purity power that is blessed on us by Baba, that is automatically keeping us happy. Our happiness reason is not anywhere from outside. Even not from winning over some situation, because we know it is done by Baba. I'm just an instrument. So happiness is not a result of some karma or some achievement of dealing with any situation. No. Happiness we have got from Baba himself, and it is working all the way through. Contentment is only when contentment is on, both are state of mind. Even contentment is state of mind, happiness is state of mind. But contentment is experienced only when we are victorious over our weaknesses, we are victorious over our situations, over different forms of Maya. Yes, we are able to use Baba's knowledge in every situation. Means our intellect is open to Baba, that we are able to catch what Baba is saying, or the intellect is able to make a decision which is according to Srimad. That is where that feeling of contentment is there. Fulfillment is there. Only saying Baba, Baba will never make you feel fulfillment. So did you find the difference between happiness and contentment?
Yeah, I think one word which I can draw from what you said is awareness.
Awareness is fine, but the source of
But if I'm
happiness is
aware
different.
of the differences.
The source of happiness is different. Source of contentment is different.
Correct.
Okay, Rakibet?
Yes, we can move on to meditation now.
Yes. I am. a star of light and might, seated on my throne of my Bhrukuti, shining with the light of Baba. This is my greatest fortune in the entire cycle. That Baba chooses me to share his light to the entire world. Not only for my own karma, but for everyone in the world. Though Shiv Baba has entered Brahma Baba, made him his chief chariot, but it is a fortune for every Brahmin soul. Same with me. Baba would always like to use me. I, the soul, I can tour all around the world with this consciousness. Being a humble, obedient, and serviceable instrument. And thus there is no question of getting tired. I, the soul, belong to the Almighty Authority Father. He has made me belong to Him, completely giving all my responsibilities to Him. I feel double light. And therefore, I see to it that even the body remains light. So that Baba can use me tirelessly. I need to take care of my instrument holistically. My food, my drink, my company, all types of activities. As it is a valuable instrument of the Father himself. I feel the experience of having the authority of all Baba's rights. I, the soul, I master Almighty authority. Baba takes me by surprise by working beautifully through me anytime, even in my sleep. This is the source of happiness for me, the soul. And my happiness goes deeper and deeper daily. Companionship is magical. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Kurina Ben, so much for the wonderful session. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day.